Chef Eric Boudreau is on top of the world. He and his husband have 3 wonderful children. He has millions of followers on Instagram. His rough and tumble little pastry shop in New York has expanded into 8 states. And he has a new book coming out. Part pastry cookbook, part memoir. Eric is a living, breathing lesson on how sometimes you gotta fight tooth and nail for even a scrap of success in America. Hi, I'm Brian Gutierrez, and this week on the feed, Eric's harrowing journey from beleaguered street urchin to the top of the American pastry world will inspire you to become a better person. Chef Boudreau, right off the bat, I have to say it is an absolute honor to have you on today. Your life is an inspiration to us all. Oh, well, okay. Thanks. I detect a little bit of modesty in your response, and that's okay. It's even more evidence of your high character. Now, I want to start with your childhood. Your story begins when you were born into poverty in Bakersfield, California. Actually, quick correction. I was born in Denver. We moved to Bakersfield when I was 5. Oh, okay. Well, my bad. No problem at all. Well, one thing I know for sure is that your father was an orphaned Azerbaijani who was adopted by a French family, hence the name Boudreau. No, we were just regular old American white people with some loose ties to Louisiana. One thing I know I'm definitely sure of is that your father used what little money he had to open a highly successful donut shop where you helped to make the glaze for the donuts. And that's where your love of pastries began. Not really. My dad did own a donut shop briefly, but it unfortunately closed before I was old enough to help out. Brian, did you read my book? No. I've read it. Some of it could use a little spice in cooking parlance. You know what I mean? Brian, the whole point of my book is that people shouldn't have to be put through a gauntlet of melodramatic hardships to deserve their success in life. Right, of course. But then that's when your mother had an affair with a diplomat, then moved to Wisconsin where she invented breakdancing. What the hell are you talking? And you left your dream job in a Michelin-starred restaurant because your boss murdered you. That's not even close to reality. Brian, I promise you, my actual life story is interesting in and of itself. Oh, well, if your story is so interesting, why don't you tell me something cool about you? Because I 100% absolutely read your book without question, and let me tell you, your life is a real snooze. Well, we could have talked about how I was kidnapped by pirates on the Indian Ocean while I was studying pastry techniques abroad. Kidnapped by pirates, huh? Yeah. Did they have eye patches? Well, you read my book, right? Yeah. Then you already know the answer. Quite the trap you've laid. But I'm going to dodge it and continue my tale just as your father dodged the Vietnam War draft. He was like 7 when the war ended. You know what? It's time to end this interview. We're done. No, wait, hold on, wait a second, hold on. Let's all cool off here for a minute, okay? I need some kind of dramatic resolution to your story so it's emotionally satisfying to the listener. I had a good life and I put it to good use. That's your story. Maybe you died saving a whale. That's so stupid. Or maybe you made first contact with aliens who were communicating with us through dough. Wait, hold on. I think I got it. You, in the future, open a cooking summer camp for kids that eventually spawns an entire generation of philanthropic chefs like you. That silence means something. Did I get you? Fine. That sounds like something I would do, I guess. Have fun with it. Goodbye. Great. Bye. Chef Boudreau had the idyllic upbringing so many of us wish we could have had. But what's important to take away isn't that he was lucky. It's that he never squandered it. Every bit of good fortune he had, he put back into the world tenfold. In the year 2038, Eric opened a cooking summer camp for kids that spawned a legion of philanthropic children who went on to change the world in ways both big and small. Kids like Alberto Gonzalez, who eventually invents a food replicator that ends world hunger. Darlene Madison, who blew up the moon but for good reasons. Like I said at the top of this episode, Chef Eric Boudreau is an inspiration, and we should all try to be exactly like the him I want him to be. Next week on the feed, we invite 3 esteemed astrophysicists to debunk the myth that the moon is made of cheese, but then cancel it all out with the opinion of one Twitter weirdo who is convinced it's gorgonzola. See you then.